Okay, so everyone's got the book that I've made. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through this book and I'm going to explain it. I'll just bring it up while we're waiting here. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, okay, and it's a very pretty looking book too. I like it. It's one of my favourites that I've made so far. I want to explain what we're doing, okay, and the reason I'm recording it as well, because if you ask questions, it'll record your questions and my response. So if someone's like, oh, what was that amazing, intelligently smart thing that Paris said? Oh yeah, cool. You can go back and watch it. So Paris, you're talking about now. So that's why I'm doing this. Okay, so this is a two-parter. Now this unit and this project is going to last the rest of this term. Okay, because it's a big one. It's a really cool one. And this is the first part of the book. This is the pre-production. So what I'm doing here is I'm not exactly telling you how we're going to do the stuff that we're talking about, because I don't want to bog you down with that just yet. I don't want you thinking about how I'm going to do this or how I'm going to do that. I want you to be focusing on what cool thing that you're going to do for me. Okay? Now, a lot of this also links back. I don't have you guys for media, but I've kind of linked this into our media as well in terms of you've been doing storyboards. Okay, I'm assuming you've got Miss Stevens, yes?
No, I don't do media.
Oh, you do media. Oh, okay, cool. Well, this will follow through into media next term, and you might be lucky enough to have me. When we look at storyboards as well, it comes into play. So these are skills that you're going to use. Okay, so let's go into page number 1. So what you're doing is you're going to make a music video. Okay. Now, what's a music video? Yes.
A music video is a video promoting a song.
Promoting, awesome word.
Yeah, generally it has like people dancing and acting.
Yeah.
To the words of the song.
Cool. What else is a music video generally? Yep.
It's just a video with songs and people doing stuff to the song.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Yeah.
I guess it's like a visual representation of the song.
Yeah, in most cases it is, yeah. But sometimes it is completely different. Okay, sometimes it is telling a story that is linked to the song, or might be something that's not linked to it at all. It's kind of like a short film, isn't it? When you watch a video clip, if it's not the ones that are just the band singing, okay, but it might tell you a story as you go through, as you watch this clip, it's showing a story, the start, as a middle, as an end. So something's happening, okay? It's really good. Let me read the technical stuff. Oh, sorry, Fred, yep?
Yeah, like, there's a music video to Not Giving In.
Yep.
And it's like telling a story.
Yeah, it's telling a story. Because, let's face it, you don't want to watch, if there was this song, you know, it would be boring on the TV if there wasn't pictures. Let's face it, you're not going to listen to music on the TV, okay? And this is what happened in the 80s. They had this thing called MTV. And even before that, where they were making all these awesome songs. How do we promote them? They're on the radio, sure, but how do we promote them on TV? Everyone's watching TV these days. Kids love TV. So, they started making these awesome video clips. So can anyone think of probably the most popular first kind of example? Are you going to say it? I know you're going to say it, Joshua Collins.
Gangnam Style?
No, I'm talking the first kind of video clip maybe that was popular.
Oh, was the guy, was it Apple?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something else here. Thriller. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it actually is
It's a little story. So Thriller, there were video clips, guys. There were music videos before that. Okay, obviously music videos after that. But Thriller was really one of those ones that kind of really came first, and it was expensive. It cost a lot of money to make it. It had huge production values. It had actors. It had special effects. Okay, so that was kind of new. It was like a little movie that went with the song, and that made that song sell truckloads. Okay, and it can also work the other way. So I'm thinking of this song by OK Go. I don't know if you've seen the video clip. This guy's on treadmills, and they're all moving in unison on treadmills. Yeah, so that was a song where the video clip was more popular than the song. Everyone was sending everybody, oh, check this video clip out, check this music video clip out, and then people would buy the song. So because they had this real cool little video, which was cheap because they made it themselves, their song got popular, then they made some dollars. Yeah.
Like Gangnam Style?
I've just kind of avoided that entire 2 weeks that was popular. So let's not talk about that. Alright, so let me read the text. So a music video, song video is a short film integrating a song and imagery. That's the main stuff. Produced for promotional or artistic purposes. So promotional is there to make money, artistic because we want to tell a story and be all artsy. Alright? So I won't go through all of this because you can check it out later. So, before I start talking about what we're looking at doing and what we're going to do here, obviously you can see I've set this whole book up with this similar imagery, alright? Now before I talk about it, I think the best thing to do would be to show you this clip. Because this is going to be the theme, okay, for this entire unit. It's not what we're doing. Just watch it.
Did you make this?
And we'll talk about it in a second. This is by one of my favourite artists called Jim Guthrie. Here's the song. So obviously we've got the title of the song and the artist and the words of the song. And all we have here is some real basic animation. Stuff is going from the right and it's moving across to the left. Okay? But then we've now got this really cool animation. What we have there is a leprechaun dancing. Okay? So can you see how he's putting these images in? Alright? So these images are linking back to these words. But really simple. But it's really cute, really effective, it's really cool. Like real simple stuff. This guy's just moving his legs. 2 frames, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while it's happening, the whole thing's moving across the screen. Because if that wasn't there, and you just had these words, it would be kind of boring. But this really adds that to it. You're engaging it. And it's a pretty cool song. I like it. I bought this whole album based on this song. Because I saw this clip, I like the clip, I like the song, bought the album. And it's fun. That's all they do. This video is embedded in your book so you can come back and watch it anytime, which is why I put it in the book itself. But always those words are up there. It's important. I don't think. Wait. There's your hired guns down there. Pretty cool. Okay. So, that's kind of setting the theme, alright, of what we're going to be doing. I'm not saying we're doing this, it's just the theme. So, this music video I think it's deceptively simple. It looks very simple, okay, but there's a lot going on in there, okay? We've got the music lyrics that were popping up, we've got those little flashes of animation that look pretty cool, just like 2 frames of animation, okay? And then the stuff that he was saying was appearing on the screen as well every now and then. So it's all these details, the details are in there. So you can go back and watch this a couple of times and you can go, oh wait, that's there and that's there and that's there. Which is another key of music video. Good music videos you want to watch again, okay? You don't want to watch them once, go boring, never watch it again. Because it's like a song. You won't buy a song if you listen to it once and didn't like it, okay? Unless it's, again, Gundam Style, which makes no sense. I don't know why you bought that. Okay, so how did this guy make it? Alright? So what I've got here, I've put the details, oh sorry, by this guy I mean Dan Derrick, alright? I've got the details in here of how he actually made this clip. Now, this is quite detailed. You're not going to do these steps. This is quite complex, okay? I've put them in there because I know I've got some guys, and girls, I mean guys in the, job. I've got some ladies and gentlemen that are really clever and switched on this stuff, and they might want to just, want to know how it works. How did he make it? And so that's what I've got there. I've actually got the details of how he made this. So obviously he started off with a timeline, which we'll talk about in a second. He's then done some rough concept sketches, He's done some detailed sketches. He's put them in Photoshop. You know, he's copied and pasted. He's used all those tools that we've used, and he's put together, got all those images in Flash and into. I think he used After Effects, and he's made this. Okay, so quite detailed, but that's just something fun for you to read. Okay, we're not doing that just yet. Also, what you'll see in this book on the side, I've got all these little side panels here. Okay, that is the history, kind of a real rough history of music videos. I put it in there just for some extra reading. Okay, and you can watch the videos at home if you want to. So there's just a little bit of extra info. Yes.
I have a question. On page 2.
Yep.
It says that the upcoming album takes time, releasing on May 7th, 2013 on Static Claim Records on CD, LP, and digital. What's LP?
You don't know what LP is. Oh, LP. Does anyone know what an LP is? You had it, go.
Is it a long play?
Which is a what?
Type of.
Your parents would have some.
Yeah, it's like on a tape how they can have.
No, it's a what? Yep. It's a record. It's a record. People still make records. People still make records.
What? Records are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy like
They're very expensive though. Some people out there will still argue that a record is better sound than a CD or a digital. So you can still buy records. This is still on record. That's pretty sweet. Good catch actually. Okay, so that's how he made it. But how are we going to make it? All right. What we're going to use to make this is we're going to use a program called Flash. Okay. Now, has anyone seen a Flash animation before?
Yeah.
No. Has anyone used the internet before?
Yes.
You've seen a Flash animation. Okay. So anytime you jump on the internet these days and you see in the corner an ad and there's stuff moving around, you have, and we all hate them. That's Flash. Okay. That's what it's used for predominantly. Is for making internet animations. Okay. If you go to a website and you see some cool little character moving across the screen or whatever, it's all done in Flash. Okay. So Flash is, look, it's not the best program in the world, it's not the most powerful, but the reason why we're going to use it is it's really simple for you guys that have never done animation before to create an animation. It's a good kind of, stepping stone into, 3D Max and all that kind of stuff when you guys become animators at Pixar. Okay? That's what it's there for. So, you're going to use that to create your animation. Now again, I'm not going to go into the technical stuff today. Because I don't want to, Jordan, I don't want to bog you down with all the technical stuff. I want you to be thinking at the moment, getting your imaginations going. So, with Flash, we'll be doing a few of these things. Now, these words will make no sense to you. Okay, we'll be using things like tweens, motion graphics, motion clips, text effects, and drawing tools. Again, don't worry, it'll make sense later. All right? But this is what we are doing today, and this is what we need to do for the next 3 lessons, okay? Now, the guy who made this video clip down, he had 20 days. 20 days to make that 3-minute clip. You guys have 10 lessons. And then we might, you might lose a lesson because of sport, or sport, or sport, or sport, or sport, or sport, or sport. No, wait, I'm just remembering I'm recording this, so sport is good. Or an earthquake. So you might lose some lessons. So we haven't got as much time. Okay? So this is what we're doing today. We're going back to the drawing board quite literally. Okay? So this is all pre-production. Anyone know what pre-production is? It's in the words. Yeah.
Before you do
Stuff you do before you do it.
It's like planning before planning.
Pre-production is all the work that goes into a movie before you film the movie play. Okay? So, this is what you guys are going to do. I'm not going to ask you again.
That was Aaron.
This is what you guys are going to do. Okay? You're going to first pick a song to use for your music video. You can pick any song you want. But, I'll explain it in a second. Paris is looking aside. Alright, so, you need to figure out, Aaron, you need to figure out your concept, okay? Your concept. What will you be doing, what will you be drawing to this video clip? So the one that we've seen Okay, we had, these buildings falling apart because he was talking about the rest is yet to come. We had burning stuff. We had little clips of animation moving across here. It was kind of a journey through the city. That's his theme. That's his concept. So you need to figure out what your concept is going to be. Lads, can you not talk, please? So, in one of the other classes, Bess was doing a Bruno Mars song, I think, and it started, the opening line was about sailing on a sailboat. So her theme was going to be, she was going to start with her animation, was going to have a sailboat, and it was just going to start animating across. And as that sailboat moved around across the screen, in the stars, it was going to pop up all the things that was talking about in the lyrics, or popping up in the stars. So the whole concept of this is just this boat sailing through, okay? And you can see how that then links back to the song. So that's what I mean by concept. You then need to create a timeline, okay? So think of a timeline like a long storyboard. So you need to kind of draw out exactly how this is going to work. Now I'll explain that with some pictures. Okay, let me just go back to these here. So you can see we've got that timeline there. That kind of storyboard. We'll come back to that in a second. So let's just go back. Alright, so first step was what? Pick a song. Now these are the small conditions you have for picking your song. You might want to pick your favourite song, that's fine. Okay. But you might just want to pick a song that it would actually be really cool to make an animation to. Someone's doing what is it? Rainbows and lollipops and rainbows. Yeah, exactly.
Rainbows.
Lovely that you all have beautiful voices. Anyway, so not necessarily their favourite song, but something that'd be a lot of fun, I think, to animate to. So they're choosing that one. So you could do that. But here's the one thing. Think about it, because you will be listening to this song over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's up to you. Okay, guys. Stop. Okay, so you're picking your song, and finally, it needs to have, chaps, your song needs to have a G rating. No colourful metaphors.
PG.
So
I have G. No colourful metaphors, no suggestive content or themes. It should be a song that you can go, hey mum and dad, they can hold you and listen to the song together. Okay, questions, guys. Remember, I'm recording this, I need to hear the questions so I can play it back and you can hear it. Guys, please. Remember, I'm recording it so I can hear your questions, so if you get stuck, you can go back and watch it later. Fred.
Is it allowed to be dubstep?
No.
It's, again, Fredo, it's your choice. It's your choice, as long as it'll need lyrics. Fred, it'll need lyrics, okay? And you'll need to be able to tell a story to those words, okay? And it needs to be G-rated. All right. So I've got this little clip down there. You can watch it in your own time. Don't watch it now. It's just the Beatles, Yellow Submarine. Just because, we don't need to sing it. Just because I'm trying to show you there that animation and music videos and music have got a really long relationship. They've been around for a while. So watch that clip at home. It's actually pretty cool. So you've picked your song. Okay. Once you've picked your song, you need to make a couple of really quick concept sketches. So a concept sketch is basically an image that you can use to come up to me and say, you know what, this is the song I'm doing, and this is kind of what it's going to look like. This is kind of what I'm going to do. So it's a visual way to explain yourself. So you might have your characters, your scenery, your props, what it's going to look like. Think of it as in like drawing maybe one scene of this music video you're making. So that's your concept sketches, alright? Once you've got those, and you'll have those today, you will see me, and I'm your video producer. Alright, I'm Power. And I will say, yes, you can use it, or no, you can't.
So is that yes for the song you can use it?
Paris, yes, Paris?
So we present our songs to see if they're good?
Well, if I like it or not, yeah. I'm open. Alright, so that's your first thing. Then what you need to do, alright, is you now need to make your timeline. This is the most important thing. Okay? This will be the most time-consuming thing that we do in pre-production, but it'll be the most important. Let's not listen to the music right now. Okay? So, what you need to do is make your timeline. Now, your timeline is going to show... I'm losing my voice with this cold. Your timeline is going to show your entire music clip. Does that kind of make sense? So, again, let's have a look at this example here. What Dan's done is he's done words first for his timeline so he can kind of flesh it out. So that's the length of the song. And he's gone, what we've got here is, this is happening, I've got, is kind of the storyboard in words. But then if you have a look, we've got, this is the timeline. So at the bottom, in that kind of grey line, that's the song. Okay, and then you can see, yeah, I've got the title here. You know, he's got a question mark, he's not sure if that's how he wants it. He's going to start with the leaves, then going to have some houses and some cars. Then I'm going to have these buildings. This is going to happen, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. Okay, and you probably have about 4 pages of that. Okay, so that's your timeline. It's like your storyboards, it's your timeline. So I can stop, and if you have a look at the top there, if you look at the top of the book, I've got his timeline there. The final images. Okay? As they come across. So that's what you guys are going to do. You need to make that timeline so I can look at your entire video clip all drawn out, ready to go. So that is the last step. Leon has a question.
If there's like 2 choruses in the song, you have to get the first one, just loop in the bits.
You can repeat stuff. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, so, yes?
How long does the song have to go for? Like, how long?
You're choosing the song, so it's up to you.
So if it was like a really, really long song, could you do that?
Yeah, which means you're doing a really, really long music video. More work for you. Okay, so to sum up, guys, to sum this up, okay, what do we need to do first?
Choose a song.
Choose your song. Then what do you need to do?
You're gonna draw like what it's gonna look like. So
Yeah, you're going to draw a couple of concept sketches. Okay, then what do we do after the concept sketches? Lads, come on, we're nearly there. What do we do after the concept sketches? Anyone else? What do we do after the concept sketches? I see them. Alright, they're approved. Then what do we do? You do your timeline. Okay? So you draw out your entire clip, your entire music clip. Now, obviously, after you've done all that, your last step is the production. Clay, your last step is the production. So I'm not going into detail about that yet because I want you to start thinking about this story first. Clay, you need to focus, man. Okay? So we'll talk about that a little bit later. What I'll do, in fact, is when we get up to this stage, okay, when we start putting this together, I'm going to make one of these video clips and I'll show you how easy it is to do it. So you can do something of that quality really, really easily. Okay? And that is your first book. Now, does anyone have any ideas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, someone give me an idea. Aaron, go. Speak up. Speak loud.
It's alright, don't worry.
Anyone? No? Alright, so...
For a song.
No? Alright, let's move on. Okay, so that's what we need. Guys, that's what we need today. Lads, ladies. That's what we need today. We only have 3 sessions, okay, to do all this pre-production work. And I'm going to approve it. Alright, I'm going to tick it off. Now you need to hold on to it. You can't lose this stuff. Okay, because not only will I be marking it when I mark your music video, but you'll need it to produce this thing. Okay?
Yeah.
All cool? All makes sense?
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Like I've got myself.